One day when the drums of war rang through Zul'Gurub, they didn't last long. The high priest fell and their spirits twisted into blood-bound husks. Adventurers breached the gates and reached the altar, but never returned. Their blood wasn't spilled, it was offered. Hakkar the Soul Flayer didn't just survive, he ascended to something more than a Loa. His rise didn't bring armies, it brought a rhythm, a pulse. The blood plague began almost quietly. At first it was just animals in the jungle, eyes glazed, veins glowing red, attacking anything with breath. Then the trolls followed, priests shouting in broken tongue, covered in sacred cuts. Some worshipped, others screamed, but they all bled. Then the sickness moved on. It reached Booty Bay. The guards tried to quarantine the infected, but it jumped through animals. Healers tried to cure it, but their magic carried the plague further. The world tried to act. Orgrimmar burned its own sick. Stormwind closed its gates, but the sewers flooded with blood. Darnassus wept under a crimson moon. The Zandalari knew it first. The old empire stirred. Some elders began to whisper forbidden rites. Some even bowed. But Princess Talanji did not. She turned to Bwonsamdi, demanding answers. He appeared through shadow and flame. He told her the truth. Hakkar was not just a threat, he was a thief, a rival. Every soul taken by blood ritual bypassed death. Bwonsamdi's domain grew cold. The Soul Flayer was stealing the dead from Bwonsamdi. The Loa of Death had a nemesis. Elsewhere, the orcs began to lose themselves. Every time one called upon blood fury, something whispered back. Every warrior fell deeper into rage. Every shaman felt the spirits grow silent. Trolls who used berserking lost their minds. Death Knights felt Hakkars looking for every blood boil. Warlocks felt something watching every time they sacrificed their own health. Spells that once gave powers now opened doors that Hakkar could now walk through to contaminate. Talanji stood on the highest ziggurat in Zuldazar, channeling Bwonsamdi's voice across realms. She would not let her people fall, but she was not alone. Three figures stood apart. A wanderer of the wilds and a priestess of the moon came to Talanji's aid. Rexar returned to the jungle. He found blood veins splitting the land, pulsing through rock and root. Misha growled at the scent. It wasn't nature anymore. It was something wrong, something cursed that have to be hunted. Tyrande beneath the blood moon raised her bow. This was not just corruption, it was blasphemy towards Elune, and she would answer it with war. Each came with different weapons, but they shared one goal, to strike into Stranglethorn Vale, to reach the temple, to end the Blood Empire before the world itself becomes the altar.